How are you?
How can I help you?
I need 2 officer complaint forms.
2 complaint forms. What are you needing?
2 officer complaint forms.
No, what are you needing to do though? I mean,
I need to make a complaint.
Okay.
officers?
We don't have a
Yes.
sheet of paper, but I can get one of the captains back there to speak to you. Do you wanna do that?
Sure, if he can give me 2 complaint forms.
We don't
Yeah.
have complaint forms.
Yeah,
We'll have to get
you
a
can
physical.
explain to the person
Okay.
I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Okay.
upstairs.
Okay.
Hang on one second. What's your name?
James Wilson.
James Bliss.
I'm here at the sheriff's office and they say they don't have complaint forms. So I don't know what the issue is, but get them everywhere else. So. Let's see, what is this? What's this say? Attention visitors, valid photo ID required for all visitors. Each time you visit, there are no exceptions to this rule. So.
Are you Jamie?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Mitch Jurgen, how you doing, sir?
All right.
Come
and
on
you?
back, let's talk.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm such a mess. I had to ride my motorcycle.
Oh, that's fine.
I have to ride it at night now.
Good day for it.
Can't ride it in the day.
What's happening in the day?
I'm having disputes with the neighbors every time they hear me crank my motorcycle.
Oh, really?
They chase me down the road.
Grab a seat, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sorry for this, such a mess.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
feel embarrassed.
No, you're fine. So, what's the deal?
Well,
Let me get your name and number first, Jamie.
James Wilson.
Okay, your phone number, sir?
706
706.
669
Okay.
0131.
0131.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and just tell me what about it. Or you
Well,
said the ladies up front said you had 2 complaints on officers.
yes, sir. I mean, not really a complaint. I feel, neglected, maybe you could say, as a citizen.
Right.
Um,
Well, give me a little
And,
behind the scenes, what's
it's-
happened, and
okay.
we'll go from there.
okay. Well, I
What's
had
your address?
1729 Fire Tower Road. I had an individual named Aaron.
Has this got anything to do? I know something come out the other day. Neighbor dispute, Fire Tower Road. There's a court hearing.
Yeah, there's a court hearing. No, sir, it's not really to do with that. And see, that's another thing, if you don't mind documenting for me. The officers always say when they get to my house that the ongoing dispute is a civil matter over the easement.
Right.
And it's not for us. Kes Stadler, this fella Aaron, Elise Ruse, have a civil action, so I hear. I can't prove it. There's nothing in stone yet.
Right.
But I have spoken with Kes Stadler, and he doesn't seem like the kind of person that would make up a story.
Right.
He says that they have hired a lawyer
Right.
and are taking Joshua Davis to court because of the easement. And see, everybody up there, not to get off track, but I'm going to, everybody buys that property up there off the internet.
Right.
And when they get there, the two people that built that subdivision
Right.
went to prison for fraud. There's no roads to their properties.
Right.
There's no power, and it's a big mess for them.
Right. Right.
We own, my family, we all own, I guess you could say, because it will be mine and passed to my son, which when my son's 18 and old enough, we'll put the property in his name. It'll
Right.
be his property
Right.
before mom and dad pass, because if they pass, then I got a whole world of doo-doo to deal with, of
Right.
course. So they say they have a lawsuit, a civil suit with him. We own lot 12. It's the very first lot. And our easement's cleared. We cleared it years ago because that's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
Me and my father and I are the only two people on that side of the mountain that I know do what they say and say what they do. And all these other people buy this property and they get mad because there's no road to their property.
Right.
Well, they come and holler at me. Well, it's not my property. When the sheriff comes out, the sheriff is the officer. What should I say to be respectful? The officer or the
What they're
or the law?
deputies. I don't know
Deputies,
which
okay.
particular
I
one.
don't want to disrespect.
Yeah. What
You'll understand if you ever meet my father. You understand. We try to be respectful.
Right.
We try to do what we say,
Right.
and we don't lie to anybody about anything. And they'll come to us. We're the first lot. Well, our easement is cleared. And when the sheriffs come out or the deputies come out, they come out and the first thing out of their mouth is, "Look, Mr. Wilson, it's a civil matter. Y'all gonna have to dish it out in court." And just like yesterday, Sunday, Officer Williams came out. First thing out of his mouth was, "Look, Mr. Wilson, it's a civil matter. Y'all gonna have to dish this out in court."
Mhm.
It's not a civil.
Well, you got to understand.
Well,
I mean, they get. I mean, evidently it was called to be out there.
yes.
We don't.
Yes,
We don't
yes,
look online, see
yes,
tax maps.
yes,
Who's got the
yes,
right? We're there
yes,
to
Yes.
quell the dispute
Yes.
and put it off to somebody else.
Yes.
I mean, because we can't see where property lines are at.
Yes, sir.
So-
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a big mess.
Yeah.
And I understand. And I'm siding with,
But
Law
what did Williams
enforcement.
say? I mean, said it was a civil matter.
and,
That's
and, yes, sir. And I felt, this is what I felt.
why. Uh-huh.
I felt as if he blew me off because of the big civil matter and the case going on down there.
So who's the dispute with? Any one particular person?
Officer Dean, the dispute,
Yeah.
the land disputes.
Right.
My dispute is with Joshua Davis and Gregory Crook, and it's vandalizing my property, harassing my family, chasing me down the road, wait till I go by, shoots his pistol,
Yeah.
and we're going to court for that Thursday.
Yeah.
But what I want to not really complain about, I wish that somebody would speak to Officer Dean
Okay.
and just explain to her that I've been pushed, I've been abused. When I was young as a child, there was things done to me.
Mm-hmm.
I've been stabbed. I've had my head split open. And I'm 51 now. And nobody's messed with me in 20 years.
Right. I'm gonna
And-
look it up right quick while you talk. Go ahead.
And Officer Dean, yeah, let me try to keep on the subject. See, I have a head injury. I had a head injury when I was 7 by a horse, and I like to say that I can't speak plain,
Right.
and I'm misunderstood, and I get very upset. And also, I would like you to please ask Officer Dean, tell her that I'm sorry for the way I am. I mean no disrespect to the officer, but
So this is the property here
yes,
that y'all live on.
Yes.
Is this the one that's in question, that Wilson?
the properties that are in question for the easement,
Yeah.
that's Joshua Davis and them on down below. That's down here, right here. They're in a dispute over this.
Oh, down here?
Yes, sir. And
Fire Tire Road, that's totally opposite from y'all.
yes,
Why
yes.
is there a dispute?
That's it. There's not.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah. See, wires get crossed easy. We're not in a dispute with Joshua Davis here or these others about the easement or any
They're
other.
on this side of it.
Yeah. We own lot 12 and lot 1.
Oh,
and
this one too?
Yes, sir. We own that one and this one, and our easement is cleared. And
Okay. Yeah.
and the dispute is with all these people that own these properties down here.
On
Mr.
this
Davis,
road?
yes, sir, on this road, yeah.
Y'all do own
and,
that.
And Mr. Davis won't let them cross his property.
Okay, well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
here nor there.
yeah, that's a
another
mess.
issue.
That's
Okay,
a mess.
I'll talk to Officer
but,
Dean.
I had videos of Mr. Aaron cutting my trees
Yeah,
and digging up my driveway, and she didn't want to prosecute him for it, and I couldn't understand why. I had the video of him on the skid
well, see,
steer.
that's, we're not there to, like, if they broke into your house or something like that, that's clear, you know,
Yeah.
who owns this tree?
Okay.
We don't know.
Okay.
You know,
Now I'm
that-
starting to
that-
understand.
That's a civil issue, because,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
you know, who knows, it could be, you own the property, but somewhere in a deed 4 years before, you gave them the right to cut the tree.
Right,
You know,
the
it
tree.
could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, so we
Now-
don't split hairs.
Now I fully understand.
Yeah, we just.
I felt that
Well, I
Miss
understand,
Dean
right, yeah. But no, I mean, you
I-
can understand that, because they're,
neglect.
yeah, you can understand that there's so many things written that we hadn't got privy to, that you gotta go research in the courtroom, what's platted, deeded, you know,
Yeah.
the fine print. That's why
Yeah.
we don't get involved in little
Civil
minuscule
matters.
stuff, right,
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you know, but.
Now I understand.
Yeah.
Because I felt like she rubbed me wrong,
Yeah, and she did.
but she didn't.
Right.
She has a boundary.
Right, and everybody does. I mean, you know, we're
Yeah.
there to quell the issue
Right,
if there's clear violation,
right.
but we don't go search for violations. You know,
Yes,
where's the line? You know,
Yes.
who did this, that, the other? That's a civil
Yes.
matter. And
yes.
that's why they're
Yes.
there. Because
Yes.
the judge that's impartial
Okay.
can sit there,
Okay.
get all the facts, and you can bring your facts, they can bring their facts, and the judge that's got the expert law degree can decide.
Decided, yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't feel like she's done me wrong.
No. She's a good officer. She's young. Sometimes she makes mistakes. I understand that. So I mean, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
speak to her about
Okay.
it.
No. I'm in the wrong.
No, you're not in the wrong. You
you've
just
corrected
didn't
me.
understand. Yeah, you didn't understand it, and that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I
Uh,
thought she'd truly rubbed me wrong on purpose.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No.
we're the Sheriff Craig. I mean, our officers. He knows, and they know to treat public with respect and do all they can to quell something. But there's a fine line, we can only do so much.
So much, yeah.
Because we don't know.
Yeah.
They're there for 15 minutes. It may take 3 hours to research who owns the tree.
Right.
So,
Yeah. So there's, even though, well, it's not criminal to cut somebody's trees then.
well, it could be. Well, civilly liable, if a landowner, like we have that a lot with timber cuts. Somebody sells the timber and they get over on somebody else. Technically, they're stealing, but it's a civil matter. Then they have to go to court and repay the property owner for the trees that the timber guy accidentally went over and cut.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we
Okay.
could go out there and arrest him because he's out there doing the job. He just screwed up type stuff.
Right. It wasn't an intentional
Right.
deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, talking to that, Joshua Davis, we went out there Saturday, marked our pins because there's a guy gonna come, James Kelly. I don't know if you know him.
No.
He's gonna come and drive our post, because they're gonna do that easement.
Right.
And if they do so with a bulldozer or skid steer, they might possibly dig our pins up.
Right.
And we've had to have it surveyed 3 times.
Right.
So we've gone down there and put a pole on our pin.
Right.
Joshua Davis will come down on his motorcycle when he comes in, from wherever he's coming from, grab it, snatch it, throw it.
Right.
Second time, he broke it off. Third time, his brother ran it over with the truck.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
And
that's going to get
it's
straightened out next
yeah.
week.
But my question is, isn't that vandalism? Isn't that destruction of property because it's
Right. He could be held liable for it.
intentional?
Right. But, I can go out any woods and just drive a state whether I own it or not. I don't know what, I'm saying this is mine.
Yeah.
Legally,
Yeah.
it may not be mine.
Yeah.
There has to be research, survey,
Yeah.
document that is
Yeah.
actually yours.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that would be a good thing to bring out, pictures
Yeah.
or whatever, this is what's
Yeah.
been happening. And if
Yeah.
that's in true,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
thing, the judge decides, he could be held civilly liable for that.
Yeah. But I go to Home Depot, I spend my money,
Right.
I buy it. It is my property.
Right.
I don't understand. It could be in the middle of the road, it could be in the edge of the woods, it could be tied to a telephone pole. He intentionally destroys that.
Right.
That's not criminal.
Well, yes, it could be criminal if in fact it's determined that it's on your property, but
Well-
who knows?
Well, that I have a receipt for it. Let's say I bought a motorcycle
Right.
and I parked it at the end of my driveway.
Right.
And he went out there and grabbed the windshield and broke it off and throwed it down on the ground.
Right.
That's destruction of my property.
That would be a clear violation. Property lines, disputes and stuff like that is,
Get to
we don't
get
get into that.
to
Right. But if he destroys a windshield or something on your property, that is destruction of property.
property.
He can be
Okay.
charged.
Okay.
But
okay. Okay. Yeah.
we have that all the time. Somebody buys a piece of property and they put a fence on somebody else's property. Clearly on somebody else's property. They go out there and remove the fence. No, the person who removed the fence is not in violation. But we're not there to decide who, they have to go to court
because
to
it
decide
falls
who-
back on.
Right, they've got
Wow.
to decide because we're not a degree in survey.
Yeah, you're
Pins up here move all the time. You've seen
Yeah.
it over the years.
yeah.
You can go out there and
Yeah.
drive a damn piece of rebar anywhere and say that's mine.
Yeah.
It may not be yours. It's
Yeah.
going to take somebody $4,000 to survey it
And
and decide where it is.
and decide whose it is.
Right.
Okay. Now,
Okay. Well,
see, I
think,
better understand on that now.
Yeah.
Also, but I don't know. What do you think's going to happen?
I honestly don't know. I don't. Other
Like-
than brief conversation, that's about all I know about that.
Well, yeah. Well, they follow me when they hear me crank my motorcycle, cause one lives above me, one lives below me.
Well, see, that's gonna
And
get
they'll
straight-
chase me down the
Yeah,
road.
that's gonna get straightened out
If-
next week.
if
I mean,
I-
you know, these little or egotistic things going on.
Yeah, that they're doing to me, stressing me out. Yeah.
Right, yeah. that'll
Chasing
get
me down the
straightened
road,
out. Right.
shooting their pistol at me. But I mean, what would that fall under? I mean, when they hear me crank my motorcycle and try to go to the store,
Right.
one comes this way, one comes that way, intimidating me. What would that fall under?
Well, I mean, Judge Morris, that's gonna hear the case, I mean, he's the one that can get bond conditions and good behavior bonds and dictate what has to happen to keep the peace out
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
then if he writes it up and there's a violation after that, then we can do enforcement.
Oh, okay.
So that's
So-
the next step to try to
Next
sort
step
this
in it.
thing out.
See, that's we're gonna get back to Officer Dean. I'm very
Yeah, yeah.
intolerant of stress and
Yeah.
this and that. And my father last night again, 100 heartbeats a minute,
Right, yeah.
stressed out.
And that's sad,
And
you know.
yeah, it is. And but what would that fall under? I mean, if that was a criminal thing and the judge, what would that fall under? Would that be harassment, entrapment?
Well, I mean, once a judge makes an order that people have to behave a certain way, if they violate his order, that's a violation of law. So that's when it can be enforced.
Okay. And how? See, they have bond
Because
conditions.
they do all the time.
Yeah, people
You wouldn't
do.
be in bond, but I mean, it would be,
Oh.
okay, you know, no telephone communication, no whatever. I don't know what he'll do. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
I probably
Yeah.
won't be there.
Yeah.
But he'll clearly explain to all parties involved the conditions that he sets,
And shut them up.
and they have to live by that.
And they have to
So-
live by that. Yeah. Well, good.
Okay.
Good.
Well,
But,
good. Looks like
but,
we worked it out. I'm fixing to have to go to the funeral. We got that Cobb County deputy down in,
What?
well, the Cobb County deputy that was killed. They buried him today, so we're fixing to go
Oh,
down there
no.
for that. So,
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'll
I'll
let
show
you
you
go.
way out,
If
but
I and
hopefully
I have,
I'll answer
can I
s-
take a card in
you
case
sure
I have
can.
any?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
great
want to
card.
bother you, but
Yeah.
I got to talk to somebody, and I got to
Yeah.
get an understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll let you get your funeral. And how do you pronounce that?
Jurgen's the last name.
Jurgen.
Yes. Sir.
Well, Mr. Jurgen, I appreciate your time, and I'm sorry that this had to happen.
Oh, no, that's
And I'm
fine.
sorry that I don't understand the law.
Yeah. We're here.
I didn't go to school to be a sheriff's deputy.
Yeah. Well, we're hiring, so.
No. Well, I'm a little old now. I don't think I like riding my motorcycle too much now.
Well, good luck to you too, sir.
All right, thanks, sir.
Hey,
How are you?
good, how are you?
Good. You guys okay?
Fed me full of shit, cut me off right in the middle of trying to talk, and his excuse is he's got to go to a funeral. Huh.